Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. I am Felris, sailing the seas of Raid Shadow Legends today, and our good old portal here is going to be glowing purple, guys. Glowing purple, because not only do we have a boosted summoning event, 2x voids, but we also have a 10x for Chalco the Blind here. He's a demon spawn void legendary who has proven to be absolutely insane for the Hydra and Chimera clan bosses. What the heck does this guy do? Hold up! Click the link in the description below right now to get a free legendary champion, Bambus 4-leaf, as well as one amazing free epic as you level up. Here are the exact steps you need to follow. 1. Log out of Plarium Play on your PC. If you've never had Raid installed on your mobile phone before, the link will work there too. 2. Click the link in the description and start a brand new Raid Shadow Legends account with a brand new email. 3. Launch Raid and complete your tutorial. 4. You can find Bambus 4-leaf here as well as Ugo at level 15. This is an amazing account start in Raid Shadow Legends, so be sure to use my link in the description below right now. Well, on his A3, he has an AoE before attacking, places increased accuracy on this champion for 2 turns, very nice, decreases the duration of all enemy buffs by 2 turns, then places a decreased speed debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. That books to a 3-turn cooldown, guys. On the A2, attacks 1 enemy 2 times. The first hit places a block passive skills debuff and a 60% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. The second hit applies a debuff spread effect, taking all debuffs from the target and placing them on all enemies. The debuff spread effect will work even if the initial target is killed, grants an extra turn if this attack kills an enemy. On the A1, attacks 1 enemy 2 times. Each hit will ignore 10% of the target's defense. Will also ignore an additional 5% defense for each debuff on the target. Also steals 10% of the target's turn meter. Has a 50% chance of repeating the attack against another target except the initial target, who is under 2 or more debuffs. Occurs once per attack. Very, very strong A1 here. And then on the passive, this champion is immune to any of the hard crowd control except sheep. Whenever an enemy attempts to place one of these debuffs on this champion, instantly activates the Inducer of Panic skill against that enemy. Doesn't set Inducer of Panic on cooldown. That is the A2 with the block passive skills, the decreased defense, and the debuff spread. Dang, that is really strong. All right, increases damage dealt by 5% for each debuff placed by this champion or an ally. Damage increase, dang. Damage increase resets each time a skill is used on this champion's turn, stacks up to 50%. Guys, he's got your decreased speed. He's got increased accuracy on himself, so you can build him with more attack, more crit damage. He's got block passive skills, which is one of the most niche and helpful debuffs in the entire game, and decreased defense with a debuff spread. And then his A1 is just gonna smack insanely hard. I love this guy. I want this guy. Let's get this guy. But first, we gotta craft some relics in the forge, guys. We gotta craft some relics in the forge. We've gotten an epic craft here that we're gonna do, saving that up for a while. And we got a rod of blasphemy. Ew, that is going to be food. And we're gonna go ahead and do our epic craft. Give me a mythical. It's an epic. The Orb of Transfixion. Wearer has a 10% chance to steal 1 random buff when attacking a target. This effect cannot be resisted. Occurs once per skill. Maybe we stick that on like Chimera or something. I mean, it does have speed if you fully max it out. So, sorry, maybe we stick that on Fabian, right? Maybe we stick that on Mr. Fabian. But guys, we have 8 void shards. 8 void shards right here. We're not going to be doing the fusion. I have decided to skip because I don't think it'll be a very good fusion. I don't think I need him by any stretch of the imagination. So we've got 8 shards and we've got a dream. We've got Chalco the Blind. Oh no, let's see. Come on, give me gold. Senna. We've been very lucky with void legendaries recently here on the channel. That's a Fellhound. He's not bad. So Fellhound has block damage on an ally on a 3-turn cooldown. He's got the continuous heals with reflect damage on an AoE. That's on a 2-turn cooldown, which is quite nice. Then he has an AoE A1 with a small version of decreased speed. That's on a 35% chance. You can get that to a 40% chance with the Sniper Mastery. And that's an AoE. So this guy's one of the fastest campaign farmers in the entire game. Deals pretty good damage, you know? So yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Will I build him? Probably not. But here we go, guys. Legendary. Nope, that's a rare. That is a Cavalier. I'm not sure what he does. Increased defense, small version, continuous heal on an AoE on a 4-turn cooldown. Attacks one enemy with a stun. Attacks one enemy 2 times. 20% of chance of repeating the attack will ignore block damage and shield. I guess it's an okay A1. But the A1 is kind of the best thing about his kit. Not a great rare, guys. Not a great rare at all. Come on, give me a legendary. Let's go. An epic at least? Nope, that's another rare. Ew. Oh, it's a good one, though. It's Selenia Nightcloak. I like Selenia Nightcloak. On her passive, boosts this champion's turn meter by 5% each time an HP burn debuff is activated. On the A3 Lunar Ballista here on a 4-turn cooldown, booked attacks 3 times at random. Before attacking, places increased accuracy on this champion for 2 turns. Each hit has a 50% chance of placing an HP burn debuff for 2 turns. That books to a 75% chance. Then on the A2 here, attacks all enemies, 50% chance of increasing the duration of any HP burn debuffs by 1 turn. Then on the A1, attacks one enemy, heals this champion by 10% of their max HP, heals this champion by 20% of their max HP instead when attacking a target under burn. She does hit fairly hard, very good for clan boss, especially early on, very good for waves. I do have an alt who utilizes a Selenia Nightcloak. I like this rare. I think she's pretty good. A really good addition to the High Elves faction. 5 Void Shards left and a dream, guys, and a dream. Let's go. What do we got? That's another rare. Ew. Oh, it's Bellower. Bellower, the AoE king. Decrease attack, decrease defense on an AoE, small versions. Attacks all enemies with a small version of decreased speed. And then he attacks all enemies with a block active skills on his A1. He's a very good champion. Increases ally speed in faction crypts by 15%. The Nature's Bounty, like the king of Nature's Bounty. That blessing is so good for the champion. It'll make him place the big versions of both decreased attack and decreased defense, as well as decreased speed. This guy is really good. He is also a great campaign farmer. We've pulled like the 2 best campaign farmers in the game today. That is pretty awesome. All right, one more. Give me a Lego. No, it's a rare. Oh, it's Vanguard. Vanguard is a Mikage fusion piece. He's interesting, right? He decreases the duration of all buffs on the attacker when hit. So it's a really interesting passive. It's actually a really good passive. Honestly, if this passive was on a legendary, he'd be usable. But he attacks one enemy with a provoke if the target is under decreased defense. And then his A1 has a decreased defense if the target's defense is lower than this champion's. And then he has resistance at all battles by 30. Again, this passive is really good, but the rest of his kit is so lackluster. You don't want to run him just for this passive. It's not quite that good. But Vanguard's actually an interesting champion. I thought of potentially doing stuff in like Arena with him at one point because, you know, decreasing the duration of all buffs on the attacker when hit. You can just put him in Stone Skin or something. It could be a fun strat, guys. It could be a fun strat. Let's keep going. Here we are. Oh, that's another rare. Hey, a dupe Selenia Nightcloak. I guess that's a faction guardian, right? A dupe Selenia Nightcloak. Again, I just love this champion. The only thing she doesn't have is activating burns. She could have a chance of activating burns on the A1. That'd be super cool. All right, 2 left. Give me at least an epic. No, that's a rare. Ew. Ox. I'm not entirely sure what Ox does. Attacks one enemy. 50% chance of placing block active skills. Extra 15% chance of inflicting a critical hit on a single target on his A3. Kind of meh. Attacks one enemy with a small version of decreased defense. Also really meh. And then the A1 attacks one enemy, fills his champion's turn meter by 10% if this attack is critical. I guess that's okay. The A1 is okay, but the rest of the skills, attack and faction crypts by 18%. I don't think you're using this guy in your faction. Maybe you are early on. I don't know. Last one. Lego, please. Hey, an epic. An epic. Ha! Oh, it's Broadmaw. Okay, well, everybody who was telling me to fuse Broadmaw, I now have one. So Broadmaw is a fusion champion. He's required to do, I think for, I don't know, is he required to do for Ramontu or something? He has a revived 2 random dead allies with 25% HP and places block damage on the revived allies for 1 turn on a 4-turn cooldown. He's like the only Lizardman reviver. So he is like essential for faction wars. He has increased crit rate and increased speed on everybody for 2 turns with a turn meter fill. I mean, that's really good as well. And then the A1 attacks one enemy with a 35% chance, books to a 45% chance of placing freeze for 1 turn. Honestly, that's not bad. This isn't a bad kit at all for an epic. I mean, we got to keep him for faction wars, right? My lizard men are incredibly weak right now. Guys, no legendaries. But we did get a broad maw. That is something else. That is something else. We've got some red dots to clear now. Oh, man. Oh, man. Man, that is disappointing. That is disappointing. We pulled 2 within the same 10 pop. Or not 10 pop, but same 10 shards, I suppose. So I guess with Trutraxa and Constantine, our luck is kind of gone. And then we got Senna. I guess the luck is kind of gone with the Void shards, guys. But that's another 8. Another 8 towards mercy again. Oh man. Well, guys, how did your shard pulls go? Let me know in the comments, guys. Hopefully they were a little better than mine, but maybe you got some good faction war champs. Oh wait, we have a red dot for champ chase. Did we get rewards? Did we get rewards? Please tell me. Oh, we got energy. I mean, that's something. That is something. 750. 750 points for a soul stone. Is that worth a sacred? Is it worth a primal? No. No, I'm gonna save my shards. I will save my shards. Kind of want to just YOLO a sacred here. I have 9. 1 for the video. 1 for the video. Let's go. Lego. Nope, that's an epic. Hey, it's Deacon though. Deacon's really good. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching, guys. I've been Felris. Let me know how your polls went in the comments below. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. At 1,000 subscribers, I will get a haircut. See you later, guys.